keep your passion and motivation for something that means so much to you, you need to go back, look back, and remember what the core of that passion was. That is exactly what I needed to do with my favorite brand, Audi. As their new cars don't excite me as much as they used to, I went back all the way to 1982 to remind myself why I have been such a huge fan of the four rings for almost 4 decades now. I needed to find that sparkle again, and boy oh boy did this 1982 Audi UrQuattro lighten that spark or what. I'll take you with me for a special drive, so let us do this. Welcome to Auditography. I have been a photo and videographer for the brand for over 20 years. I am a collector of some very unique four-ringed icons myself, and I have also made the viral movie Speak Up for Audi. That led me to even meet the CEO, and many people high up in the company are my friends. The four rings is my lifestyle. Join me here in this new emotional video. The Quattro was presented in late 1980, and Audi stunned the automotive world with a four-wheel drive coupe. Based on the Audi A/T B2 platform, it wrote a whole new chapter in the history. Audi had worked on the idea of bringing a permanent four-wheel drive system to a passenger car for a few years, and with this, they were ready to conquer the world. Thanks to its outstanding traction abilities, the Audi Quattro raised driving stability to a completely new level, which was perfectly demonstrated by its international rally successes from 1981 onwards. Today, the name UR stands for the original. That's why people call the classic Audi icon the UrQuattro. And remember that Quattro with a capital Q is different to the one with the lower q. Because when the Audi Quattro revolutionized rallying and street performance, Audi decided to use Quattro with a lowercase q as the name for all of its all-wheel drive systems. This original box-flared Audi Quattro was produced between 1980 and 1991. Audi built a total of 11,452 units. Its value has risen so much in the past years, and now you have to pay quite a lot of money to obtain one, especially in a lovely condition as this one here. This Audi UrQuattro is powered by a 2.1-liter inline 5-cylinder turbocharged 10V engine, developing 200 horses and 285 Nm of torque. And bear in mind that this beauty only weighs in on a 1,290 kilos. That is almost the half of the weight of a 2026 Audi RS5. So while 200 horses doesn't sound much today, trust me on this that the car brings out a huge smile to your face and feels quick. It reaches 100 km per hour in 7 seconds flat through a 5-speed manual gearbox and tops out at 220 km per hour. In the 2 final years of its cycle, the power was increased to 220 horses and the engine displacement became a 20V 2.2 liters. The 5-cylinder really made a unique sound where you hardly needed to turn your radio on. Just listen. This very car was provided to me directly from the Audi Tradition fleet. There is just something about the boxy looks of the UrQuattro, and especially in today's quite boring car designs, this turns heads more than ever. The historic flared Quattro fenders are getting cooler day by day. I could drool looking at them all day. This very car is painted in Lago blue metallic, which technically is a green color. It sits between the blue and green spectrum and is more cyan. Nevertheless, it is beautiful, especially in the green forest where I filmed this video. Also, what is significant here is that this very car has the quad or double headlights. This was to comply with the strict regional lighting regulations, mostly in North America, and to house separate bulbs for high and low beams. Everything about this car is just so iconic. The rear spoiler, the taillights, the side air vents, and of course it's very proud of its classic Audi logo in silver optics. The Quattro font on the rear is also hitting different. The simplicity of, for example, normal door handles, normal looking head and taillights, and just an overall simple yet so beautiful design. It hits different and reminds you of the times when the world was way more normal than today. What impressed me the most is how this thing drives. I was driving back to back on these beautiful forest roads in south of Germany, so I could really hear the 5-cylinder sing. It's such a distinctive sound and you smile from ear to ear. And trust me, this car moves. I'm used to driving the fastest cars in the world, but this brought me more joy than most of them. It's how this car makes you feel. It's how it looks, how it talks to you, how it smells. It makes you work, it makes you think, it makes you feel alive. You don't need unnecessary annoying systems that interfere when you don't want them to. The pure driving pleasure of this machine is just immense. The interior of this original Audi Quattro is so simple but yet so cool. Everything is where it should be. Simplicity and the ergonomics are on point. I actually love the fact that you have to roll the windows down yourself. That's how we learn things in life. To not have everything done for us. We did it, we learned, and we became smarter. The so cool old school dials, the climate controls, the Quattro system lever, the feeling of the interior materials, the light switches. You don't have to look for stuff in annoying screens and keep your eyes on the road. Sometimes we really have to stop inventing. The pattern of the seats feels so nostalgic, and so does this turbo steering wheel. Seriously, I couldn't stop smiling sitting inside this car. And that sound of closing the doors is something that will make your whole day a lot better. This original Audi UrQuattro woke up so many feelings inside of me. I felt so home in it. Maybe also because it's similar to my age and that I grew up with cars like this. Or maybe it's that we humans thought we would simplify things, but instead we complicated the most of it. The UrQuattro is simple, on the verge to not being special to some, but it doesn't need more. It has everything that makes you feel alive. To tell you the truth, I don't think I will be the same ever again after this shoot. You know why? Because in my future shoots and videos, I will surely go back way more to Audi's greatest cars in time, to remind myself and them what it was that made them great. Because only by remembering that we can be great again. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I want one so badly. Thank you for watching.